Greetings. How do you do?
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining Dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. I don't want to do this in front of my sister.
Why not? She knows the slope of the land, don't you, girl? Right. That's sweet. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold-capped teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's got to do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. That's what everyone likes. A castless with a big mouth. But I didn't come for the joy of your company. I've been looking at my investments, and this one hasn't borne much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I've always tried, though. At least I've kept you from buying your future with what's between your legs. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient. You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life. Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care. As far as the nobles are concerned, he still stinks of Dust Town. He's got money now, but you can't buy caste, you know. No noblewoman would risk a dalliance with him. His only chance to join a noble family is to claim kinship with the concubine who bears a noble son. And that's what he wants more than anything. Don't you? Imagine what it would be like not to have people look at us like we're sewer sludge. To think our lives are worth something. It wouldn't be the first time. Garrelon the Blood Risen was born casteless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many paragons have humble origins. All that matters is that the Assembly recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so. So what are you standing around here for? Go do something great. It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well. Every year, more of the beasts come up from the deep roads. I've heard they've even been harrying the surface. Aye. They would even turn to humans for aid before us, it seems. There's been talk of an alliance against the Darkspawn. Even that the Grey Wardens have stepped up. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment. You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate, and we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward. Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget. I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you. stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight. Going. All right. Huh. What is it? I'm kind of in a hurry. Well, you've seen more of his bad side than I have. Barat likes to call himself a provider. He says he has the contacts to get almost everything into or out of Orzammar. He's been careful. He arms his men with cast-offs. Nothing that would insult the warrior caste. And he feeds the guardsmen's vices. Gambling, women, fresh figs from the surface. Whatever they want. I hate what he makes you do. Believe me, I did not intend for my little sister to become a thug. But there are no other choices. Mother can't work. And there's not enough coin to be made sweeping streets to live even in this pit. You'll have to do what he asks. And just hope it's nothing unforgivable. Someday, one of us will find a better way. Then will you let me finish getting dressed? Or are you determined to talk right through my appointment? Off with you then. Leski's probably waiting outside.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika? Don't you talk to me like I'm an idiot. You think I don't know my own kid? What are you doing here anyway? Rika said you were finally making something useful of yourself. You tell me. Just what do I got that's worth living for? I know you both hate me. I know what I done to you, but it was for your own good. The world's a cruel place. You had to learn that. You think you'd be where you are now if I'd let you hide from a few slaps? Everything you are, I made you. I tried my best. They treat us like dust, tell us we're cursed. How else are we supposed to live? We got nothing. There's no way out for any of us. You can try, but you'll never get it off you. Dust Town, it sticks to the skin. You don't bleed red enough for them, and nothing's gonna change that. All you can do is find some way to forget.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl. You're just jealous because you want the majesty of Leski for yourself, you shameless hussy. What do you say? That does have its appeal. But as much as I'd love to keep chatting, better get down to business. No such luck. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oscius, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back. All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters. We're not just killing him. First we take back anything he stole and then we kill him. Come on, you can feel bad later. Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
This is the end. A new archdemon is rising, and Orzammar will fall. Two bits for the needy. I've seen you before. You're one of Barat's girls, the one with the sword. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age. I used to work in the mines, checking the new tunnels for bad air. Set me down with a candle, and there must have been a pocket of gas, because it went up like dragon's breath. Healer saved my life, but I can't half walk. What's a man supposed to do? You got some spare feet? If not, a silver would fill that void real nice. Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night? Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no? Go ahead. Beat up an old man if it makes you feel better. I seen your man at Tapster's. I was waiting out back, but they wouldn't tip me the dregs off the ale barrel. Said it was going to compost. But I saw another Brad there with his surface money, and they served him. Called him Oscius, sir. Pah. You think I got that close? Tavern keepers, they know all I have to pay with is dirt. Now get out of here, you're scaring off the other pockets. Alms, alms for the poor. Please, I told you everything.
So you ready to find this surfacer or what?
Alone.
Spare silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
Don't look at me like that.
I was beautiful.
What are you doing here, Brand? Good day there, sweetness. You looking to make a quick bit? You could be just what I'm after. And I'd not be welcomed by my wife if she thought I fancied casteless flesh. I've got a different offer. You look like you've still got all your teeth, nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine. No work's legitimate if they let you do it, sweetness. The Assembly declared back in Darbier's reign that it insults the ancestors for casteless to perform any work the recognized lineages can do. Now, do you want it or not? 1.5 silvers, and that's my best offer. Suit yourself. Plenty of brands are willing.
Have you heard? King's got a team who found traces of Bronca in the deep roads.
Oh? Found a bunch.
No, tools. Sounds like
This place is going to the nuts.
And I'm off.
Barat won't want to see us without. Barat won't want to see us without proof that surfacer's dead.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum. I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? You realize it's in the way and that the patrols will not be able to come through? Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep roads, and you with it.
I'm so sorry, my lord, but they told me to move my goods over here. I couldn't even set up shop in my usual place.
Nonsense.
It's true. They said that the servants needed to polish the floors on that side of the commons in preparation for the new commander's first commission.
Yes. The new Idukan Commander's Feast is tomorrow, isn't it? I suppose it can't be helped then. Very well. You may leave your goods here for now, merchant, but move them out of the way as soon as you can. I wish I was important enough that people would polish the floors before I walked on them.
The ancestors were smiling on my beds today.
They say the warrior. Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? Oh no, you're not from Barat, are you? Because that would be too much. I don't think I could handle. Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits. Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns.
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat? Not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me. I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike. I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore and sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say? All I have is the 2 nuggets, but they're yours if you let me out of here.
Are you breathing smoke? Barat will kill you if he catches you with his lyrium. That's a whole other story. We need to sell it before we go back to Barat, and to someone who won't run to him. Tell you what, cut me in 50 and we'll go to Olinda. She's a merchant. She likes me and refuses to work with the old man.
Then what happens to me? Yes, I'll go back up to the surface right now. I'll move to Orlais, to Antiva. Thank you. You're as kind as you are beautiful. May the ancestors bless your steps.
You just keep to yourself, Bran.
Can a man drink in peace?
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a
I'm
conversation.
going to the provings later today, after I get good and drunk. Hey, I'm trying to have a drink here.
Who let them in here?
Mind standing downwind?
Was that smart? If Barat finds out Oskias ran, he'll kill you. He'll kill me. He'll make you kill me, then yourself. Then he'll probably stew us and serve us to the poor. That's what I like about you. Pure blind optimism. We should sell this quick and report back before Barat starts wondering what's taking so long. Unless you think we should give it all to Barat. Free money. It was a beautiful dream, wasn't it?
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Oskias? Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not? That's all? I guess the Duster was smart enough to keep his main stash topside. And Oskias himself? Very interesting. Seeing how my cousin was at the Tapsters this afternoon. And he says he saw something change hands between you and Oskias. And then the Duster Sodding stood up and walked out on his own 2 feet. Does that sound like what I asked? Jarvia, what does that sound like to you?
Sounds like some jumped-up face brands thought they could take a bribe and let him walk free. That's just not right.
The lady says it's not right. You wouldn't disagree with a lady, would you?
Right. I mean, no one's gonna say spit to you, Barat. But we can't move that free. We needed to get Oskias somewhere private. We took him to the lava sinks behind the mines. You won't be seeing him again.
I don't like you making me look weak, but it's smart to try to keep the swordcast from asking questions. That's why I like you too. Now I got something else for you. Make some use of your unique skills. You're catching on. The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some gray warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. Acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing. Are you out of your big hollow skull? No brand's allowed to hold steel in the proving ring. It would be an insult to the ancestors.
Not to mention the conceit of the warrior caste.
I just want you to make certain the right man wins. There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Evaird's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand? The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Evaird, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight. You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Evaird's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Going.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
Looks legitimate.
Go on through, then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
You're heading for the arena. The trenches are that.
Did you see that first bout? Ostar's helmet practically shattered. Adalbo still has the ancestors' favor.
Stone's embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed, or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely? My apologies. The intricacies of Dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you. Ah, of course. That's what the face brand means, then. I remember that now. The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
stone drunk? He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up here. He's already jumpy enough after that stunt with Oscius. Hey, I just had an idea. So, you've been rubbing my nose in how you're the meanest thing with a blade, right? Evaird's armor is over there, and you're about the same size. You can't let anyone know it's you. If they find out, you'll be executed. They'll say it's an offense to the ancestors. If you want to tell the wardens, at least wait until some time when you can bolt if you need to. You've got a heart of steel, Selraka. Get in the armor.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the warrior Evaird. Fighters, report to the ring.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Stone met, Evaird. I believe it is. May fortune favor your fight, Evaird. Are you ready? As you say.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar. For our honored guests, the Grey Warden, the warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight Officer Minar, survivor of the battle at Kar Ellerin.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Evaird! A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory in the eyes of our lords.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Not enough.
The winner is Evaird! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Evaird, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! Linka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Everd will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against... What? My bout already? Hey! That's my armor! Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred... Wait, I know that man. That's Everd. Then what imposter did I fight? Remove your helmet, warrior, and let all who watch you see your face. Your skills are impressive, but you are one man. Show yourself, lest I call the guards and have them do it for you. You insult the very nature of this proving. Guards, take this filth away.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This woman is no warrior. She is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. Her very footsteps pollute the stone. She has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight? Oh, you did. And don't think they didn't show me their appreciation. One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, about Barat. You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall, and they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that. You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the assembly called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you. All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together. Sorry we had to put you in separate cells, or I'd suggest you have a last tumble. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache. Where? I don't see nothing wrong. Oh, you're probably just upset. I remember one time when Mistress Jarvia was mad at me. She didn't lock me up, but she yelled a lot. And she hit me on the head. But it was real nice of her not to kill me.
Yes. All right. Yes! Yes.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
All right. Try. So simple to see, really. All right, I'm game. Have at you then. Behind you. This is fun. Yes. Going. right.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that freak of a sister of hers can't stay in her place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Come on, boys. The little whore needs to learn her place.
Now let's see. One first. This should be
Did you see him there all when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him. You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here. Hail to the sodding king! Whoa. Don't push it, Salraka. Barat kept his place by making sure it was always dusters like us who took the fall. Right now, half of Orzammar knows who you are. We've got to lay low for a while. Well, he sure was talking like she's still alive. But I won't turn down the chance to go take another peek. Hey, could you tell Rika I killed him? I mean, it doesn't do you any good if she thinks you're the most virile warrior in all the stone. You said it. Fortunately, if Barat's got them trained like he says, it should be a good long time before any guardsmen turn up here.
There they are! Seize the fugitives! Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist. You do not speak until the Shapers have judged you.
One moment, my friend. Did you not suggest this Barat might have arranged their convenient escape?
Regardless, the penalty for impersonating a higher caste is death.
If Barat is as influential as you say, perhaps he also masterminded this Everd's impersonation.
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if she hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated her courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one. Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This woman is wanted for treason. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people. but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight. Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Look at you, you duster. A warden. To think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Oh there, Duncan.
King Kalen. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Might I know your name? Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar. Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime. I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days? Good. I hope to work with him as well as my father did. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Absolutely. We sent a call to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, and hope they will reach us before the archdemon does. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Terran Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.